Hi future officers, welcome to EduTap. So the big news of the day is that NABARD Grade A officer exam notification is finally out. The notification for which we were waiting for since long. And NABARD Grade A officer exam notification is one of the most prestigious opportunities for the aspirants who were aiming to build a career in the agriculture and rural development sector. And guys, let me tell you that before you take the first step towards this remarkable journey of becoming the next NABARD Grade A officer, it is the very crucial part that you must ensure that you are filling your online form filling process completely without errors for your NABARD Grade A officer exam. So in order to make this sure, and also since the launch of this notification we have received so many calls, so many notifications, so many emails from the students that how to fill out the NABARD Grade A officer form, whether we have to fill out online or offline, what are the prerequisite documents required for the form filling process of NABARD Grade A officer exam. So to resolve all such kind of issues, today we are here with this particular session where I will be giving you a real-time simulation of how to fill the NABARD Grade A officer form. But before that, I would like to tell you here that we at EduTap have come up with a very important guidebook where we are providing you so many things which are really going to give a new direction to your preparation for the exam. Like you know that there is a syllabus of the NABARD Grade Officer exam, so we are providing you the complete decoded syllabus. We are providing you the PYQs, which are the most important part to see, understand that what is the pattern of the exam, what are the kind of questions which are being asked in the exam, what is the trend of the examination, what is the right strategy, what are the resources that we should follow in order to clear the NABARD Grade Officer exam. And that's why this guidebook is really going to help you for becoming the next NABARD Grade A officer in year 2025. So guys, what are you waiting for? Please make sure that you are downloading this guidebook that we are providing you completely free by just clicking on the link given in the description of this particular session. Right? So now let's come back to the session, and I told you that today I will be giving you a real-time simulation of the form filling process. So this is really a very good time for all of you, that today is the opportunity for you that you can also fill out your application form along with me, as I will be filling my form here before all of you. Okay, so let's start this process, and the first thing that you are required to do is just type NABARD. So guys, just type NABARD in your browser as I have already done, and you can see here that this page will appear, and the second link is of career notice board. Just click on it and this page will appear. Kindly scroll it down and you can see that recruitment to the post of assistant manager in grade A, RDBS legal protocol and security service 2025. So guys, here two links are being given. One is of the advertisement and one is of the apply here. That means, let me tell you the first question that you were having, that whether we are required to fill out the form offline or online. The right answer is that there is only one medium to fill this form, that is online only, and you can do that by clicking on apply here. Okay, so when you will click on apply here, you can see that this following page will appear. Now before moving ahead, let's move on to the notification first, that what exactly the notification says. As you can see here, that applications are invited from Indian citizens for the post of assistant manager in grade A in the rural development banking services. Right? So guys, when it comes to the most important dates, you can see here that the form filling process has started on 8th of November 2025 and the time is till 30th of November 2025. That means the final date for the form filling process is 30th of November 2025. ठीक है, तो 8 तारीख से 30 तारीख तक का टाइम आपके पास है to fill out your form. So guys, today you have to ensure that without any delay, without waiting for the last moment, you are filling out your online form filling process for NABARD Grade Officer exam today only, along with me, along with this session, right? So I hope that you guys are ready now for filling out your form filling processes. So now there is another important question that so many students are having, ki sir, for how many vacancies, for how many streams we can basically apply for NABARD Grade Officer exam. Guys, the right answer is that only one. Basically, the candidate can apply only for one post or discipline of his or her choice. In case there are multiple applications across or within the discipline or for grade A, only the last application submitted will be considered valid. ठीक है जी. सो यहाँ पर क्लियरली नाबार्ड ने मेंशन किया है, मान लेते हैं कि किसी स्टूडेंट ने अगर असिस्टेंट मैनेजर लीगल के लिए फॉर्म भरा पहले, और उसके बाद उन्होंने असिस्टेंट मैनेजर के लिए भी फॉर्म फिल कर दिया, तो असिस्टेंट मैनेजर फॉर द प्रोटोकॉल एंड सिक्योरिटी, तो वही एप्लीकेशन उनकी कंसिडर की जाएगी, पहले वाली को रिजेक्ट कर दिया जाएगा. सो मेक श्योर दैट यू आर ओनली फिलिंग जस्ट वन सिंगल एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर एग्जाम and for only one field, and make sure that all the information that you are putting there, they are absolutely correct, true in nature, so that there is not any kind of problem that you will be facing in the upcoming time of the recruitment cycle. Okay, now when it comes to the prerequisite document that you must have before starting with the form filling process, it includes your photograph, signature must be done with a black ink on a white paper, then left thumb impression should be there on white paper with a black or blue ink, or handwritten declaration on a white paper with a black ink. Now what exactly is this handwritten declaration? So you have to write some text on a piece of paper, right, and that should be on a white paper with a black ink. And what is the text? You can see here, which is mentioned here in the yellow part, that I, for example, I am filling out this form, so I will write I, Devanshu Kaushik, hereby declare that all the information submitted by me in the application form is correct, true and valid, and I will present the supporting documents as and when required. So this is basically the text that we have to write on a piece of paper, and it should be a white paper, and we have to use the black ink pen to write this text, and we have to ensure that as I am filling out this form, so it should be in my handwriting only, not in anybody else's handwriting, because when I will be appearing in the examination, you can see here that they will be comparing this handwritten declaration with the handwriting test that I will be giving during the examination, right? So both the handwritings will be matched, and if there is any discrepancy, my candidature can be rejected on this basis. So that's why we have to ensure that we are writing in our own handwriting, and nobody will write it in the block letters. You have to write it in a running handwriting. Okay, and it should be in a English only. Apart from that, guys, another important part is that when you are starting with your online form filling process, one thing you have to keep ensure that you are having an active mobile number and an active email ID, because throughout this process, all the communication to be done by the NABARD for this recruitment cycle, it will be done only through these two mediums, that is through your mobile number and email ID. So we have to ensure that we are having these active email number and active email ID and mobile number, right? So apart from that, you can see here that we can just apply for the exam by clicking on apply online. So let's move ahead. When it comes to the photograph, guys, so it is very important to ensure that all the documents that we are having, there should be some particular specifications to every document. For example, photograph image की बात करें, so the size of the file should be 20 KB to 50 KB and it should be in the JPG format. Then live photograph capture का भी एक option होगा दोस्तों, जहां पर आपकी live photograph capture की जाएगी. I will be telling you that totally, don't worry about it. Then we are having the signature, left thumb impression and handwritten declaration. तो signature जो है आपका white paper पे होना चाहिए with a black ink pen. The size of the file should be 10 KB to 20 KB. और अगर हम बात करते हैं थंब इंप्रेशन, लेफ्ट थंब इंप्रेशन का साइज इट शुड बी बिटवीन 20 KB टू 50 KB. लेफ्ट थंब इंप्रेशन आपका व्हाइट पेपर पे रहेगा विद इधर ब्लू और ब्लैक इंक. सो दोस्तों यहाँ पर ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा ब्लैक हो या ब्लू, बट ऐसा नहीं कि ग्रीन रेड ऑरेंज से आप करें, नहीं. व्हाइट पेपर विद द ब्लैक और ब्लू इंक, इट शुड बी हैविंग द साइज ऑफ 20 KB to 50 KB, right? Now when it comes to the handwritten declaration, I already told you the text that you have to write on a piece of paper, on a white paper with black ink pen, and the size of the file should be between 50 KB to 100 KB. So these are the important things that you must have while you are starting with your form filling process. And now guys, let's start with the form filling process. And as I have not registered myself, so you can see here on the top right corner there are two options. Click here for new registration, login for already registered candidates, right? So as I have not registered myself और आप भी अपना फॉर्म अभी भर रहे हैं दोस्तों, सो आप भी क्लिक हियर फॉर न्यू रजिस्ट्रेशन पर क्लिक करेंगे. एंड आई क्लिक्ड ऑन इट एंड यू कैन सी हियर दैट दिस फॉलोइंग पेज अपीयर्स एंड इट शोज मी दैट this online form filling process for NABARD Grade A officer exam is a 6-step process. So the first step is of the basic information, then photograph and signature, details, preview, uploads and payment. So दोस्तों, in the basic information, what are the different details that are being asked? First name, your middle name, your last name, right? Then we have to enter our mobile number, email ID and the security code. So guys, one thing I would like to tell you here, that whenever you are filling out your form. So we have to ensure that you can see that on the mobile number there is a red color asterisk marked. So we have to ensure that wherever this asterisk has been marked, we are not leaving this particular cell blank, because if you are leaving this cell blank, guys, then you won't be able to complete your online form filling process. So we have to ensure that we are following all these directions properly, right? And we are ensuring that all the information that we are entering in the form filling process, it is true and correct and valid in nature, right? So now let me quickly add my details here. So you can see here, as I told you, my name is Devanshu Kaushik. So I don't have any middle name. My first name is Devanshu and my last name is Kaushik. And you can see here, that's why I have kept my middle name as blank. So if your name is Mahendra Singh Dhoni, then your first name is Mahendra, middle name is Singh, and last name is Dhoni, right? So I hope this is clear. So I have written my details here. I have added my details. Now I am quickly entering my mobile number. I am masking it, guys, for all of you. So basically for me it is properly visible, but for you it is not, because I have masked my personal details, right? And I really believe that you will be respecting my privacy here. So I have entered the security code and now I will be clicking on save and next. But before every save and next throughout the form filling process, we have to ensure that we are at least ensuring that yes, whether all the details filled by me are correct or not. So I have ensured that yes, all of them are correct. So I'm clicking on save and next, and it says, are you sure the details entered are correct, as no change or edit of the application will be allowed? I am pretty sure. So I'm clicking on OK, and you can see here that now I am moving on to the next step, that is a photograph and signature. And you can see, guys, that your provisional registration number has also been generated. So I have got a SMS and an email from the NABARD that this is my provisional registration number. I should keep the record of it, that what is the number and what is the password, because all the for example, guys, right now there is electricity cut in my area and my PC just stops. So what will happen? I have to again fill out my form, right? So at that point of time, I'm not required to register myself again. I will just use this provisional registration number and password to log in. So that is what the catch here is, right? So please ensure that you are following this part. So in the initial step, when I told you that there are two options in the top right corner, click here for new registration and click here for already registered candidates. So in this scenario, when I am leaving my form filling process in between and then again I want to log in, I will be clicking on the second part, that is click here for already registered candidates. So that is the second option, right? So now let's move ahead. So photograph and signature के specifications को हम already discuss कर चुके हैं, and now the next step is photograph and signature only. So you can see here there is an option of live capture as well, and these are all the details that we have to enter. So guys, now you can see that I have uploaded my photograph here, and you can see it is quite clear in nature, and that's how you have to ensure that your photograph is clear in nature. Now the next part is a very interesting one, that is your live photograph capture. Okay, so make sure that you are not in your kind of casuals here when you are starting with your form filling process, right? So basically the system will be capturing your live photograph right now. Okay, so in this case, guys, you have to ensure that you are directly looking into the camera. You are not looking to the right, to the left, or above or down. You have to ensure that your face is just in the front of camera and you are looking straight down to the camera. Okay, so that's how this particular picture will be taken. So my dear friends, let me tell you that as I am using my camera for the recording purposes, so I have used my mobile for this part. Okay, so I hope that it is clear to you. So now, my dear friends, you can see here that I have scanned. So let me show you the previous step. So you can see here that it says click here to scan. So I have clicked there, and you can see that this is the particular part. We are having the capture photo wala option here. I clicked on capture photo, and this is basically the page which appears here. And basically when I scan that QR code, this page will appear, right? And then it says me to capture photo. I captured photograph on my mobile, and you can see here it says photo uploaded successfully. It's automatically updated in the application form within 10 seconds. And then you can see that this is the captured photo on my mobile. And in the same time, you can see here that within 10 seconds I have seen that on my screen my photograph has been uploaded. Now I have seen that yes, it is my photograph, so I have to confirm that this is my valid photo and also agree to above mentioned note. And now the next step is of uploading the signature. तो दोस्तों यहाँ पर मैंने अपना signature भी upload कर दिया है and you can see here that I confirm that this is my valid signature. Signature को भी हम already देख चुके हैं. It should be on a white paper with black ink pen. Now I am clicking on I confirm and I'm clicking on next here. And now my dear friends, you can see here that we have completed all the details. So now we are on to the third step, that is of details, which are having the two steps. That is, first step is of basic and the next part is of qualification, experience and languages. So in the basic details guys, you have to first ensure that you are filling out your post, that for which post you want to apply for, what is the discipline for which you are applying, then what is the category from which you belongs to, you are from unreserved category, reserved category. And guys, let me be very clear here. So whenever you are filling out your category, you have to ensure that you are filling it correctly, because they are not going to cater your request after form filling process ki sir, due to some unfortunate reasons I made a mistake and I filled my form in the unreserved category, but I am from the reserved category, so please make sure that I will be considered in the reserved category only. They won't be taking such kind of requests guys, right? And if you are someone who is from unreserved category and you have by mistake chosen the reserved category, again they won't be taking any care of that kind of request. So make sure that at the very first time we are filling out this form without any failure and without any error, right? So all the details which we are adding here must be correct in nature. So my dear friends, this is the unreserved part. So this is the category, and then are you a person with the benchmark disability of 40% and above? If this applies to you, so please mark it accordingly, right? So all the details which applies to us guys, we have to ensure that we are providing all the details correct in nature. Then do you need compensatory time at the time of examination or not? Are you suffering from cerebral palsy and your writing speed is affected? So apart from that, are you a person with a specified disability covered under the definition of section 2 of RPWD Act 2016? And if yes, do you need compensatory time at the time of examination? If you want to have the facility of scribe, then what is the name of the scribe, the ID card and the ID card number of scribe? All these details we have to add here guys. And the religion to which you belong, do you belong to minority community, do you have a caste certificate, do you have OBC NCL certificate, or are you an ex-serviceman or not? If yes, then what is the actual period of service? Are you still serving in the defense and applying for an applying as an ex-serviceman? So if you are, please mark yes. If not, please mark no here. After that, my dear friends, we are having the nationality, your consent to Aadhaar verification, your Aadhaar card number, PAN card number, the preferences of the examination center for both phase 1 and phase 2 examination, and then your personal details like date of birth, whether you are having any twin brother or sister. If yes, what is the sex and what is the name of the person, then what is your father's name, mother's name, spouse name, your marital status, your address, your permanent address. So all these details along with the बैंक डिटेल्स। गाइस किसी को यहाँ डरना नहीं है कि ये बैंक डिटेल नाबार्ड क्यों पूछ रहा है। दोस्तों आजकल इन्होंने एक प्रोसेस बनाया है रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज ने, दे आर आस्किंग योर बैंक डिटेल्स। सो प्लीज इंश्योर दैट यू आर एडिंग प्रोवाइडिंग योर बैंक डिटेल्स हियर। अगर आपके पास बैंक अकाउंट नहीं है दोस्तों तो ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लगता है एक अकाउंट ओपन कराने में, सो प्लीज़ करा लीजिए एंड मेक श्योर यू आर एडिंग द डिटेल्स हियर। ओके, सो नाउ आई विल बी क्विकली आई विल बी एडिंग माय डिटेल्स हियर। सो यू कैन सी हियर that I have clicked on select here for choosing the post. I am applying for assistant manager in grade A RDBS, and now I will be applying for the post. So I want to apply for general. I have clicked on general here. Now it is the time for category. Whenever I choose my category, it says please indicate your category correctly in the online application form, as no change in the category will be permitted, and candidates who are belonging to OBC category but coming under creamy layer, or if their caste does not find place in the central list, caste name mentioned in the certificate should tally letter by letter with the central government list notification. They are not entitled to the OBC reservation. Guys, अगर आपके पास जो भी आपका caste certificate है, आपको ensure करना है कि लेटर बाय लेटर आपको वहां पर मेंशन करना होगा। ठीक है, आई होप दिस इज क्लियर। तो मैंने एकदम अच्छे से इंश्योर कर लिया है दैट माय डिटेल्स आर करेक्ट हियर। सो I am just filling out this form to give you a real-time simulation. So I am just filling out from any of the category, right? Now, are you a person with a benchmark disability of 40% and above? If it applies to you, mark yes. If not, please mark no here. Then do you need compensatory time or not? Are you a person with a specified disability? So if it applies to you, mark yes, otherwise mark no here. Remaining of the details are also required to be filled out similarly, guys, and accordingly. Then what is your religion to which you belong? So please choose your religion here. If you are belonging to religious minority community, yes or no. Do you have the caste certificate? So guys, if you are appearing and if you are choosing a reserved category, then you must have your caste certificate, right? Because it will be needed. Apart from that, are you an ex-serviceman? If it applies to you, please mark yes, otherwise mark no here. Then are you a child or family member of those who died in 1984 riots? If yes, mark yes, otherwise mark no. Are you an employee of NABARD? If you are, then please mark yes. If no, then please mark no here. And if you are someone, then you are also required to specify the employee number, right? And then your nationality or citizenship is required. Then your consent to Aadhaar verification, guys. This is nothing big here. The consent is just a kind of formality. Don't worry here. So you can just mark yes here. Okay. Then it comes to the another important part, that is your preliminary examination center. Guys, we have to ensure that whatever the center that we are choosing here, we are choosing it with a proper consciously, right? Because you have to ensure that you are choosing only that examination center, the area to which you are basically aware of, right? And it is nearby you, you can easily go there to appear for the exam and you can come back. So this is something that you have to ensure. So there are three preferences that you are required to mention here. I have basically filled all of them for both the phases of phase 1 and phase 2. Now coming to the personal details, my dear friends, now I am adding my personal details here, right? And you can see here that I have added all the other details as well. So father's name, mother's name, your marital status, do you have twin brother, sister or not, your address for correspondence, everything has been added accordingly. Now my dear friends, I have also added my bank details here, you can see on the screen, and now it's the time for validating my details. So I have ensured that all the details which are mentioned here, they are correct in nature. Apart from that, wherever there is a asterisk marked, I have filled that particular cell completely successfully, and there is no such kind of thing left. So I'm now validating my details. It says verified successfully. I'm clicking on OK here, and you can see here that now I can move on, save and next. So the next step is of the qualification, experience and languages. So guys, you have to ensure that yes, you are basically eligible for the examination, and now you will be filling out your qualification, experience and languages. So first thing is educational qualification, what you have done in the graduation. So apart from that, your other degrees are as well. Then whether you are having a post qualification experience as well, like whether you are a employee, you are a full-time employee or not. So let me tell you that if you are doing some part-time job, it is not counted. So make sure that you are presenting here only the full-time job experience, right? And then your languages known, whether you are able to read, write or speak in that particular language or not. So I am just quickly adding my details here. So I have added my details. I clicked on others, and I am a mechanical engineer. I have mentioned here that date of passing has been given, percentage of marks, class. Now if you are having a postgraduate degree, you can mention that. You are having postgraduate diploma, you can mention that. After that, guys, make sure that if you are having a full-time job, please do mention it, right? So it is really good that you are working, but still you are aspiring to be at a better level in your upcoming journey, and you're aspiring for a good dream, right? So it is always basically recommended that you are mentioning here completely that yes, you are doing job. Okay, only if you are doing job, right? कोई भी यहाँ पर fake details को नहीं डालेगा. Okay, apart from that, whether you are desirous of pre-recruitment training or not, this is only for the reserved candidates. And then the languages you are able to read, write or speak. So I have marked English and Hindi for me, which applies to me. So my dear friends, so these are all the details that I have mentioned. So validate, I'm validating my details here. It says verified successfully, and now you can see that I am moving on to the next step. So this is the next step, guys. You can see here my details. So I have having the preview of the application form for all the details that I have seen. So अब मैंने दोस्तों क्या करना है, मैंने सारे डिटेल्स को अच्छे से देख लेना है कि क्या कोई डिटेल मिस तो नहीं हुई, क्या कोई डिटेल गलत तो नहीं फिल हुई. वो सारी चीज़ इंश्योर करने के बाद मैं यहाँ पर क्लिक करूँगा आई एग्री पर, एंड देन I will be moving on to the next step. But अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है कि आपने यहाँ पर कुछ भी चीज गलत लिखी है तो do not worry, still you are having the time to correct your mistakes. So you can see there on the bottom left here, there is option of back. When you click on it back, you can see it will take you to the previous page, right? So that's all, my dear friends. Now I am again coming back to the previous page because I have ensured that yes, all my details are correct. But again, there is a declaration that I have to tick the box. You can see here there is a check box and I have to tick it, that I agree, that I declare that all the statements made in this application form are true, complete and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. I understand that in the event of any information being found untrue or incorrect at any stage, or I am not satisfying any of the eligibility criteria, the board is having the right that they can basically cancel my candidature. So this is something that we have to ensure, that we are ensuring all the details are correct in nature. Now I'm clicking on complete registration. I clicked on the checkbox and I clicked on complete registration. It says on completion of registration, no changes of data already entered will be permitted, and after completion of the registration process, proceed for document upload and payment process. तो ऐसा नहीं सोचना कि हमारा registration हो गया है, नहीं, this is not the final step. So I clicked on OK. It is again giving me the warning that are you sure to continue? I am pretty sure. So I'm clicking on OK here, and you can see here that now we are on to the next step, that is of uploading the document. So my dear friends, now the first is your left thumb impression, handwritten declaration, and then I agree to connect to the DigiLocker. Let me tell you that आपकी जो basic details हैं उनको verify करने के लिए DigiLocker की facility को भी यहाँ integrate किया गया है. If you are using the DigiLocker, you can mark yes. I am not using it, I will mark no here, right? So now let me add my thumb impression. I have added my thumb impression. You can see here the bottom part of my thumb impression, it is completely clear. So मेरे को तो पूरा clear दिख रहा है, but आपको सिर्फ bottom वाला part clear दिखेगा दोस्तों. आपको ensure करना है कि आपका thumb impression भी एकदम ऐसे ही दिखे, एकदम clear, right? Now moving to the handwritten declaration, you can see here that I have written this in the running handwriting, and the same text which was being shown earlier in the image, that I, Devanshu Kaushik, hereby declare that all the information submitted by me in the application form is correct, true and valid. I will present the supporting documents as and when required. So my dear friends, I have basically marked here. Now I have to confirm that this is the handwritten declaration, thumb impression are uploaded above are valid. I have clicked on here and I marked no for the DigiLocker. Now I have entered the security code and now I am clicking on save in and next. And it says, are you sure? Because the details entered is correct or not, because no change or edit of the application will be allowed after the final submit. If yes, click OK, otherwise click cancel here. So I'm clicking on OK here, and you can see that the following page appears. So now we are moving ahead for the payment page, but before that, you can see here, before making the payment, kindly review your application details by clicking on application print. So दोस्तों यहाँ पर application print का एक option है, वहां पर click करके आप पहले अपनी सारी डिटेल्स को चेक कर सकते हैं. अगर अभी आपने कोई चीज गलत किया तो दोस्तों फिर से रजिस्ट्रेशन कीजिए, फिर से ये सारा स्टेप कीजिए, बट एक चीज इंश्योर करनी है कि कोई डिटेल गलत नहीं डालनी है, राइट? सो यहाँ पर पहले इन्होंने इसलिए दिया क्योंकि अब यहाँ पर कोई एडिट विंडो का फैसिलिटी नहीं होगा आपके लिए, ठीक है? सो इंश्योर करना है कि हर एक चीज ऑलरेडी हमने करेक्टली मेंशन की हो. नाउ गाइस, आई एम क्लिकिंग ऑन, आई एम जस्ट एंटरिंग द सिक्योरिटी कोड एंड आई एम क्लिकिंग ऑन सबमिट. Do you want to submit? Okay, you can see here there are various modes of payment through which you can pay for the fees for this examination, through credit card, debit card, internet banking, wallet, cash cards or QR code. So choose which one is convenient to you. So I'm choosing the QR code, which is the most the easiest way right nowadays. So I'm just clicking on this QR code and then I am paying the amount. So my dear friends, here is the one very important point. So when you will be, if you are doing it from your card, an OTP will be required. If you are doing it from this scanning the QR code, again you have to basically open your payment app and then you will be scanning this QR code. But let me tell you that you are not required to press anything on the screen here right now, right? For example, I have scanned this particular QR code and I have paid for the amount, and after some time this page appears which shows that payment status is success. So I need to take the print of this particular document that for my reference that yes, I have successfully paid the payment. In case when I will be rechecking my form, my application form, it shows that my application status is unpaid, then I can basically write an email to the help desk of NABARD to ensure that, okay, so this is something that we have to ensure, and I have paid my amount, so there is some system error, please kindly update it. So they will be doing the same, and I'm not now required to do the double payment for the exam. So this is something for which we have to take the screenshot of this or take the printout of this. Okay, now my dear friends, now I have to check that whether my status is paid or not. Although I have received the SMS and email from the NABARD that yes, my uh, application has been registered successfully. Now I'm again on the back and I'm clicking on apply here. You can see now I won't be clicking on click here for new registration. I will be clicking here login for already registered candidates. I clicked here and you can see I have entered my details. I'm clicking on submit and you can see here my application form. And here you can see the payment status is paid. That means my application form has been successfully accepted by the नाबार्ड. सो गाइस आई होप दैट आपकी भी नोटिफिकेशन को नाबार्ड ने सक्सेसफुली सबमिट कर लिया होगा, अभी एक्सेप्ट कर लिया होगा अभी, एंड यू आर डन विद योर ऑनलाइन फॉर्म फिलिंग प्रोसेस. But this was just the first step for your form filling process, right? This was just the first step for becoming the next NABARD Grade A officer. क्योंकि इसके बाद आपको क्या करना है, अपनी प्रिपरेशन पर पूरा ध्यान देना है. और दोस्तों हम वी एट EduTap we are there to help you out in your journey of becoming the next NABARD Grade A officer. And if you are looking out for some good courses and structured courses, what you can do, just type edutap.in on the browser and you can see here that this particular website will open. So you can see here the second option is of the courses. There is a drop down here. When you will move on to the NABARD Grade A courses, you click here, you can see this page will appear, right? So we are providing you the different kind of courses, guys. If you want to just test our course, what you can do, just at a cost of ₹1, you can have a 11-hour trial course, and there you can see that, okay, what kind of material we are providing to all of you. Okay, and if you really like it, you really find it useful for your exam preparation, definitely go for it if it is convenient for you. Otherwise, if you have already tested our material, you have watched our videos, and you are only interested for the test series of phase 1 and phase 2, we are having a course for that as well. And if you are someone who want a complete live class, who want the complete notes, solved PYQs, chapter wise test, full length test, guys, then let me tell you that for you we are having a phase 1+2 live crash course. And right now some offers are also running there, so please make sure that you are making the most out of these offers. And guys, so this is also one step that we have covered for your preparation as well. And apart from that, for more queries and for more related to for more things related to how to prepare your syllabus and your PYQs, you can definitely download the ebook that I already showed you, and the link is given in the description of this particular session. So guys, that was all from the today's session, and I hope that the session has really helped you. And in case of any further queries, again, you can definitely ask the queries for your form filling process. But although we have already cleared all your doubts through this real-time simulation, right? So now I would like to wish you all the best for your exam, and till the time I will be meeting you in the next session. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Wish you all happy learning.